Now I'm going to drop a recording. So I want you, everyone I put 2, I want you to go ahead after this call's done and watch the recording of, I'm going to remind myself to do that today. I'm going to put it on YouTube and I want you guys to go ahead and watch that video, okay? I'm going to upload Sunday call, and I'm also going to upload the morning motivation, okay? So very, very important, guys, to go through that. If you don't know how to do it, I'm not going to go through that today because I already went through that on Sunday. But the recording will show you exactly how to copy and paste successfully from the Synergy platform, from Telegram into MT5 from the scanners, whatever system that you're using, right? To copy and paste that into MT5. So we're going to go into some scanners today, and then I'm going to touch on a couple of mindset things to help you guys today. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to go into the Gifu platform, and I'm also going to walk through ProTrader as well after this. But I want to go through the scanners. I know a lot of you asked me on Sunday to go through the scanners, so I'm going to go through exactly what the scanners do for those that are using our amazing scanners. I'm going to touch on TrendWave, and then I'm going to touch on the Sniper Pro, and I'm going to give you guys the Sniper Wave strategy. As a matter of fact, I'll start on Sniper Pro first, and I'll move on to TrendWave. So this scanner, guys, has been created to basically find patterns and to decipher and to call out short-term trading opportunities in the market. So I'm going to look for a currency pair. We're going to look at gold. Let's see. All right, perfect. Gold is not ready. Let's look at Brent oil. It's not ready. Okay, great. Brent oil. That's not really one that we trade though. Let me just find one that makes more sense. Okay, let's see. Trying to look for a trade that's trending, and you will see what when it comes up, you will see what I mean. We're looking for bearish trending and very strong, okay, or bullish trending very strong. We're looking for that. We only trade currencies that are trending in a strong direction. We don't trade anything that's not trending in a solid direction. Okay, CHFJPY is the pair, 5-minute chart. So this scanner has been designed to call out trading opportunities. So first thing you do is you look for a currency pair. You look through the currency pairs, and then you look for the ones that says bullish trending and very strong, or bearish trending very strong. This scanner is a very accurate scanner. So when you're actually calling out these, when you're seeing these trades called out, they are solid. And if you can see here, this is the CHF versus the JPY. This is the Swiss franc traded against Japanese yen. So for this example, guys, for every 1 Swiss franc, let me just make sure I put the starting now. I forgot to put that there on my broadcast. 1 second, guys. Let's make sure I put this in the personal broadcast list. Okay. Sorry guys, 1 second. Just sending it out again. Perfect. All right. So as you can see here, this is a trade the Swiss franc versus the JPY. So for every 1 Swiss franc, it's going to be, in this case, 201.445 Japanese yen. Okay, so basically but the Japanese yen, this is a different pair out of all the pairs. In forex pairs, it's always 4 decimal points to the right. With any pair involving the Japanese yen, it's 2 decimal points to the right. So in this case, the pip would be 6, and in other cases, it will be 4 decimal points to the right. So you're basically looking for, that's what when you're calculating pips, that's what you're looking for. Okay, so the Japanese yen is very, very different to other currencies such as Euro GBP, USD JPY, all that good stuff. All right. So now we're seeing the trade come through. It says bullish, trending very strong, which means that the trend is in a bullish direction. It's going in an upward direction. So that's been confirmed. Then it says trending, which means that it's going in that direction. And then it says very strong, which means that it's a very strong trend in an upward direction. If it says consolidating or pulling back, we don't trade it. If it says very weak, weak or neutral, we don't trade it. We only trade strong or very strong, trending, bullish or bearish. Okay. So now we have identified that this is pretty much all we're looking for. I'm not going to this is the sniper wave strategy. The rest of the Sniper Pro stuff is not as important right now in terms of all the other indicators. Once you combine Sniper Pro with Trend Wave, that's where you get the most simplest entries, because if you're a beginner in trading, you're probably not going to be able to look through. If I teach you all the different indicators with Sniper Pro, including the sniperlator and the little arrows and then the banking levels, it will confuse you. That's why we created the Sniper Wave strategy, so you can basically look for this box right here, right? You look if it's trending, then we're going to go and then we're going to search on the 5 minute. We're going to search on the 15 minute. Okay, the 15 minute is typically where I execute my trades. I use 1 minute chart, 5 minute chart, 15 minute chart. Those are the 3 charts. I used to use 1 hour chart and 30-minute chart, but as I've tapped in more to synergy style of trading, I've started to trade more on the 1 minute chart. Ask me why? Because we're making money and the strategy makes sense. So of course now we're using smaller time frames, but I still look forward at all of the other time frames to get the best entries. So as you can see, 15 minutes, it's trending, right? 30 minutes, it's also trending. And 1 hour, I'm 99% sure it's also going to be trending, right? So as you can see now, this is a trade that is ready, okay? From a Sniper Pro perspective. But we now have to go to a second scanner to get our entry. This is, in the Sniper Wave strategy, we don't actually use just Sniper Pro, and we don't get the entry from Sniper Pro. We get the trending, is the market trending or not? That's where we get that indication from. Okay, so in this case, we're not getting the entry from Sniper Pro. We get the trade idea from Sniper Pro, and then we go to Trend Wave to actually get the entry. So we're gonna go to the same pair, which is CHF-JPY, and we're gonna look for buying opportunities. Okay, so here, this is interesting. This trade is called out sells. Okay, let's go into the higher time frames. Let's see here. So it was bullish. If this was bearish, okay, there we go. That was a buy, but it's already hit. It's already hit. So we've missed it, right? But this was an example, right? So if you can see here, the trend wave is funny because they have different, depending on the time frame, they have different trading opportunities. Because think about it, in the 5 minute chart, this trade would have moved to TP5, but in the 30-minute chart, the market could be actually overall be moving upwards. Does that make sense? So that's why it's very important to pick your time frames, because let's say, for example, I'm trading off the 5 minute. Like today, I placed 5 trades I hit my daily target. I'm happy. I'm not going into the markets anymore. I'm starting again tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., right? But I saw opportunities because I do my own analysis too. So I went onto gold, I looked at my analysis, and I saw that on the 5 minute chart, there were opportunities to enter. That's why if you're trading with Synergy, do not try and use the 1 hour chart. It doesn't make any sense because he's not trading off that chart. He's trading off the 1 minute chart. Same thing as this scanner, right? This scanner, right? We are trading off different, depending on the time frame that you pick, will be the direction of the market. Now, as you can see here, 1 minute chart on trend wave for CHFJPY, they called out a buy, right? With 5 take profits. This is a buy right here. So if you look at Sniper Pro, the analysis was correct on a 1 minute chart, right? 5 minute said a sell, but don't worry about that. You look through all the time frames and you find the opportunities. Here we go again. This is a buy. This buy was called out. I mean, it's already hit take profit 5. As you can see, it already smashed TP5 on the 50 minutes. So we've missed that opportunity. 30-minute chart, we've also missed that as well. It hit TP5 again on there. 1 hour chart, if you want to hold the trade for a little bit longer, here we go. This is a perfect opportunity. This is a buy for CHFJPY. Take it if you want. Use small risk management. But this is a trade that looks good. But remember, this is a 1 hour trade. This is not the same. Look, it's a long. It's literally at pole position. It's at entry right now. So the prediction is that this is going to go to TP5. Now, of course, this is on the 1 hour chart. So all those 5 minutes will make up 1 hour. That's why this is different. That's why on the 1 hour, on the 5 minute, it's saying a sell, because in the 5 minute intervals, the market will move differently to how it moves in 1 hour. Put a 7 in the chat if that makes sense. So YouTube channel. I will can someone, okay, I will pull it into Stella. If you check the 1 second. One second. Let me just put it into the chat, guys. My channel. The wonderful Stella was asked me, and I have to duly oblige. Let me just send my. Well, let me hold on. I'll put an example of sniper wave strategy on here. Actually, what I'll do is I'll drop the testimony video. That's a bit better. I'll drop we had some incredible testimonials a few weeks ago. I'm gonna put that in the chat. You guys can watch that later. So yeah, Stella, if you look at the chat, that's my channel. Of course, you can subscribe. Guys, don't be shy. You can subscribe if you want, right? To my channel. I've got a lot of great content coming. We've got some incredible things that we're going to be doing. So yes. So yes, to answer your question, is this scalping? Well, no. This particular trade is for 1 hour chart. It's not scalping. This is day trading. Okay. Also could be intraday trading where you hold the trade overnight. If you place this trade, just be patient. It will take maybe 3-4 hours to hit take profit 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5. Again, it can hit TP1, TP2 in the first hour, but you have to look at the trade hour by hour. And once it goes to TP1 or TP2, you move your stop loss to entry and you let the trade do its thing. All right. So let me know in the chat box, guys. Put a yes in the chat if that makes sense. Okay. Where is the link? I'll put it into the trading chat. Put a yes in the chat if what I just explained makes sense. So you go into Sniper Pro, you look for a currency pair that makes sense. You look for a currency pair that actually has trending. So for those that came late, I don't know why you were late, but anyway, I'll forgive you. So you go onto, so for example, I'm looking for a trading opportunity. I go to CHF, JPY, right? And I find a trade and it says bullish trending very strong. This is an indication that the market is moving in an upward direction in a 5-minute time frame. Now I know that on Trendwave it said that it's going to be a sell, and that happens a lot. Don't be alarmed. It's just because in 5 minutes a lot can happen in 5 minutes, and sometimes just because the scanner calls out a 5-minute trade, you know, there's going to be intervals because it's a 5-minute trade. That sell opportunity that you saw on Trendwave, that could end in 3 or 4 candlesticks. So we're looking for it to match. Now if you go into the 5 minutes and then you go to the 1 hour, the 1 hour is bullish trending very strong. Then we go to Trendwave and we go to the same exact currency pair, CHF JPY, and we go into the 1 hour, and we also find out there's a trade opportunity for a buy. That is perfect. That is perfect. That is the trade you're looking for. Now this is a trade to enter. I'm not going to enter it. I've already made my target for the day, but if you want to enter it, you can, right? It's literally CHF JPY, entry 201.273, stop loss 199.522, and take profit 1, take profit 2. There's 5 take profits you can select in there if you want. That's totally up to you, okay guys? But this is just an example as to how the sniper wave strategy works. All this other stuff, you don't have to know about it. It's not important right now. I don't want to confuse you guys with all these lines and stuff. It's very simple. We're literally using the most important part of the scanner to find trading opportunities. We're looking at this. This is called a trend screener, okay? We're looking for the trend. We're looking to find out where is the trend, okay, going, okay? I'll do it one more time, okay, for the ones in the back. Now we're going to go to Forex, okay? Now, ideally, what you would do on Sniper Pro is you would look through the first currency of our choice, which of course, or the first asset of our choice is of course gold. That one is not trending. We go on to the 1 hour and see what's going on. Nah, it's not ready. It's not ready for us, man. I ain't serious. It's not serious. It's not ready for us. No problem. Then what we're going to do, we're going to go to, so yeah, we'll look through the different currency pairs. Forex, there we go. And again, as you can see, okay, now AUD CAD has now arrived as another candidate. This has just changed recently, okay? But we're going to stay loyal to our CHF JPY. That is bullish trending very strong, okay? We see that in all the different time frames is also bullish trending very strong. Even the 4 hour is bullish trending and very strong. Even in the 1 day chart, it's bullish trending very strong. And even in the weekly, which means that the prediction for this particular currency is that the CHF JPY, the JPY is going up in value, okay? And whenever you see a trade, whenever you see a pair, XAU USD, if gold right now is at $5,000 an ounce, that is the dollar price, okay? It's the price of gold per ounce. That's the price that is going up and down. In this case, with Forex, this is, I know some of you are just trading gold, but it's also important to know Forex too. Okay, you can't be one dimensional. It's important to know just the basics about the currency market, okay? Now with the currency market, with CHF JPY, JPY is the actual currency pair that we're comparing the price to. Because remember, as I said, guys, one CHF, whenever you see one currency on the left and one currency on the right, the currency on the left is always worth 1. It's always worth 1. When I learned this, it completely changed my perspective. The currency on the left, all these currencies here, all of these currency pairs, the one on the left, just in this example, always has a value of 1. It doesn't mean that it's worth 1. It means that this is the base currency and the right currency is the quote currency. So for example, AUD CAD, USD CAD, this number here isn't the price of the US dollar. See that price there, 1.37? This is not the price of the dollar. This is the price of $1 equivalent to Canadian dollars. So if I go to Canada and I have 2 US dollars, they're going to give me what? You know, double £1.30. They're going to give me $2.75. $2 Canadian dollars and 75 Canadian cents if I give them $2. Put a yes in the chat if that makes sense. That's what this price means. This is basically a currency conversion. And we're trading the fluctuation of that price. As that price goes up by economical situations, as that price goes up by wars, right? There's things happening right now in Iran. There's things happening right now in Venezuela. There's things happening right now in Palestine. There's things happening right now in Israel. There's things happening right now in Congo. All across the world, all these different things that are happening across the world, they affect the currency markets. That's why we always encourage to go to Forex Factory, because it's very important, guys, to be a student of the game. It's not enough just to sit down and copy signals and make, no, we're not doing that. I want you guys to be professionals, okay? Professionals. That's the whole idea of what we do, okay? You know, in Wealth Makers, we're different. We're a different level, okay? You know, we're a totally different level, because what we do is we specialize on not just, yes, you're going to make money, you're going to trade. That's the base. That's the first base. You will make money from copying and pasting. But now I want you guys to become professionals. I want you to learn about the economical situation. I want you to know about the different currencies in the world. Do you know the currency in Turkey? The currency in Slovakia? The currency in Norway? Well, Derrick, why do I have to know that? I'm not saying you have to know it. I'm just saying that, would you want to be a professional or an amateur? If you want to make money as a professional, I'm talking about 6 figures, okay? And I was talking to a lady earlier today, and I showed her how much I've made this month. And she almost had a heart attack. She goes, I can't believe it. How have you made this money? This is what I make in a year. I said, yes, it sounds really cool, but I've earned the right to be here, because I had to work my ass off and I had to study about this industry. And that's what I want you guys to understand. When you go onto the G3 Academy, and I'm going to walk you guys through Pro Trader, when you walk your way through these platforms, don't see it as just an opportunity just to make money. See it as an opportunity to become a professional. Because professionals get paid big money for what they do. How many of us saw the Super Bowl? Now, I'm not a big fan of the whole Super Bowl thing. I think that's a whole other story. But you might have seen an artist called Bad Bunny. Yeah, he was on the Super Bowl, and he's now one of the biggest celebrities in the world. And love him or hate him, he's a professional. He gets paid big money because he's a professional. He had to memorize that whole performance. Right? Any artist, Drake, any sports player, Cristiano Ronaldo, Tiger Woods, Floyd Mayweather, who apparently is coming back into boxing. Why? I don't know. All these professionals that you know of, Beyonce. I know we've got some Beyonce fans in the chat, right? All these individuals are professionals. They get paid big money, and the reason why you like them is because they are professionals. You know, if you pay £300-400 to a Beyonce concert, you know that you're going to get your money's worth, because she has put in her hours to actually master this skill set. So I want you guys to see, as I'm teaching this stuff, don't just really understand. Like, I want you guys to really strive to become professionals. So when you start trading 0.50s and making 10, 20, 30 grand in a trade, it's not going to be because of the lot size, even though it is. It's because of your professionalism. If you treat this like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby. If you treat it like a business, it will pay you like a business. And that's what I've learned over this past decade here in this industry, is I've treated this like a real business. And that's why my lifestyle today reflects the professionalism that I've put into it, right? And so there's so many things that I had to go through and I had to learn, that me and Katrina had to learn, that all our incredible leaders had to learn, that some of you may never have to learn, because we're going to give you guys the shortcuts on how to actually bypass those mistakes. So this Forex market isn't as complicated as it sounds. I know people like to scare you and say, oh, it's so hard. It's not. Anything can be hard. Learning to drive is hard, right? You know, being a parent is not easy, right? Raising a family, learning to swim, learning how to fly a plane, right? I've got friends that are brain surgeons. I've got friends who are judges. I've got a friend in America, he's a judge. Do you know how long it takes to become a judge? 7, 8 years of studying. But they get paid 3, 4, 500,000 a year. I know a doctor in America, he gets paid 560,000 a year for being a doctor. Drives a G-Wagon. He's at 32 years old. Professional. So, guys, you got to pick what is going to be your lane. Don't treat it like a hobby. Really treat this with the care and the consideration that you would treat your studies and your work. Because your job, as much as I know you might love your job, I hope you love your job, because you love it, and of course you want to one day retire from your job, right? Am I correct? Put a yes in the chat. Is that the right thing? You want to be a full-time entrepreneur, traveling the world when you want, spending more time with your family, right? Is that the case, or you guys want to stay in your job forever? Because I'm under the impression that we want to retire. We want to. Okay, great. We're on the same path, right? Your job will replace you quicker than you can blink if something happened to you. That's just the truth. It might sound harsh. Your job, your boss doesn't care about you at all. You're just a number to them. That's just the truth, okay? The reason why I'm so passionate about trading and about networking, building a business online, is you don't have to answer to nobody. I don't like following orders anyway. So when I had the chance to become an entrepreneur and travel the world and get paid for it, I took it and I ran with it, because I knew I can decide my own schedule. And I want you guys to really understand this and not just, really think. I want this to really resonate with you guys, okay? I'm not speaking like the big mentor and all that stuff. I'm talking like I am an everyday person just like you. I put my pants on the same way in the morning, the same way that you put your pants in the morning, right? I'm no different. The difference is that I decided to put the work in and put the time in. That's the only difference. I decided to become a professional, because some of you have been in this platform for 6 months and you haven't completed the academy. And don't come and complain to me or Katrina about nothing. Don't come complain to Abedi or Nicodemus or Catherine and don't call them and complain when you haven't put the time in. Can you learn how to drive by watching a video? You have to put the work in. Thank you, Del. Be honest, guys. Put in the chat box. Put a 1 in the chat if you've completed, or if you're at least 75% through the academy. I'm talking about Pro Trader or GFU. Put like a 1 in the chat if you are at least halfway through. Halfway through, and you have an intention by the end of next month, like let's say in the next 2 weeks, you want to complete the academy. And be honest, guys, because I'm not going to judge you if you haven't done it, but I'm just letting you guys know what to answer your question. Because I know some of you are asking the question, why is this person making money and I'm not making money? Or why is this person, it seems like they're doing well, right? No, we put the time in. I used to be a beginner. I was someone who was a beginner. So I didn't come into this industry as a superstar. I had to work from the ground and build up my skill set, right? Now put a 2 in the chat if you haven't gone halfway yet. If you're working on it, put a 2 in the chat if you are going to work on it, and if you are going to actually complete the academies. Now, I'm under the assumption that most of you are in both Pro Trader and GFU, which is a great combination. And I want you guys to really go and study. Don't just sit and copy trades. That's important. Yes, copy trades, make money. I'm not saying you shouldn't. You should do it every day. But whilst you're making money, learn the skill set so you can have a long-term mindset, so you can really become a professional. Because you want to bring in your family, right? You want to bring in your friends, right? You want people with credibility to join your business. Well, they're only going to join when they see, not even so much see the money you're making, but when they see the seriousness and the dedication that you're putting in. Okay, guys? So treat this like a profession. It will pay you like a profession. I promise you. All right, let's get back into it. So this is the currency that we're looking at today. We looked at CHF-JPY. Okay, this one has now gone back. So as you can see, that this one's changed again. That's why I said CHF-JPY is our friend. It's still bullish, trending very strong. We can all see that, guys, yeah? And we can go to, let's say, the hour chart. Now, just to give you guys a little bit of clarity, this scanner calls out loads of small buys and loads of small sells. Even though this says bullish, they still call out sells, because even though the market is going up, sometimes the market pulls back. As you guys know, the market moves. Let me just see something real quickly. 1 second. Let me see this here. Can you guys see my screen? Can you see the whiteboard? Okay. So this is how the market moves, right? The market moves like this. So let's say, for example, if we call out a buy, please excuse my terrible handwriting. I'm doing my best. So there's a buy here. And even though the market is trending up, Sniper Pro or any of the scanners that you see in the future, because we are releasing a lot of scanners to our community soon, right? A lot more scanners. We press sell. You can make money on that sell, but it's still an uptrend. So you could even hold that trade. You hold that trade right there, sell, and then you could even layer by buying, boom, 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 several buy orders, goes up again. Then you have your SL, which is your stop loss. And let's say this is your entry. If I enter 4 times here and I'm in profit up here, and I got smiley face, I'm happy. See that smiley face? Can everyone see my face, guys? Smiley face. I'm really happy. I'm smiling, right? I hope some of you laughed, because that's a really, really bad drawing. But just to make it even, I'm going to put some ears on it as well. And I've got some spiky hair. I've got this hairstyle thing going on right now. This spiky hair. That's me, right? And that's my nose. Okay, can't forget my nose, right? That's me. Happy days. Now, if I'm in profit, if I place like 5 trades and you layer 5 trades here, and I'm in profit, right? What happens is I now move my stop loss to this entry at the top. That's my strategy. So even if I'm up here and I'm smiling, or even if I get up here, which is a higher high, okay? What will happen is oh, someone's drawing on my whiteboard. Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. What will happen is I will basically move my stop loss to the highest entry. Does that make sense? I'll move that. So now I've secured all my profits. Okay? But that was just a little run through on how the market moves. The market moves in waves, right? It moves in waves. So even if this is a bullish trend, overall trend, maybe an hourly trend, 4 hourly trend, it's still pulling backwards, and that's where you can catch 15, 20, 25 pips, and then you can continue with the uptrend. All right. So this scanner also has banking levels. Now these, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I thought whilst we're on the scanner, I might as well give you guys a little bit more clarity on what the scanner does. You've got the pink lines here and the blue lines. These are sell and buy zones that we have integrated to the scanner according to the banking levels. These are the levels that the banks buy at and sell at. If you watch Synergy, he always talks about why the banks are buying and why the banks are selling at certain levels. Okay? So it's very, very important, guys, that we are mindful of why the banks are moving the way that they're moving. Does that make sense? These blue lines are where the market normally buys from, or where the banks place their buys from. And the red are these levels. They're called banking levels, or they're also called key levels or key zones. All right. You got these small little arrows here. And the small little arrows are basically just little small arrows that show you potential entry points and also what direction the market is going in. You've got these thick lines here. They're called Bollinger Bands. They basically show you you can call it the sculpture of the outline of the market, where the market is going, the lowest points and the highest points. And then you have these dotted lines as well. These are also more indicators on where the market's going to go. And then we have this little red rectangle. This is the entry level. Take profit 1, take profit 2, and this will be a stop loss up here. All right, it shows you the volume of the market, how much volume is going into the market, where the market currently is at. At the bottom here, we have the sniper later, which again shows you what direction the market is going in, and if it's looking to retest. This Sniper Pro scanner focuses on retests and reversals. Okay, so it just shows you the direction of the trend. Whenever you see these ball points show really heavy trend. As you can see here, when this was called out, there was 4 massive candles on the downside. We had a hanging man. That's a morning star pattern. What's that pattern? That is hanging man. It's called a hanging man. So I'm going to teach you guys soon about candlestick patterns. Okay, there are different types of candlesticks, and they indicate different things. Now, again, a candlestick is not just. There's so much more to just one candlestick pattern. But for example, this one right here. If you ever see a candlestick, and it's equal, right? If it's equal. If it has see this one right here? Can everyone see that one? That's called a doji candle, right? For example, this one right here, that's called a doji. Can everyone see that candle? Oh, snap. Yeah. Can everyone see that, guys? That is called a doji candle. This is a candle that indicates reversals. Then you have the hanging man. I've got it all here on my thing. You've got dojis, inverted hammers, bullish hammers, morning star pattern. There's so many different patterns, and they all have different purposes. There is a book called the Candlestick Bible, which is a really good book. I've read that book 3 times. It's very, very helpful. Candlestick Bible. This book teaches you about the different candlesticks, and it's an audio. You can get the audio, and it's best to get the book so you have a visual representation of it, or you can get the online PDF version or the Kindle version. But it's best to get the physical book or the Kindle rather than the audio. But it will teach you about the different candles and what these candlesticks indicate. For example, if I'm trying to buy at this point right here, or if I'm trying to buy at this point, and I can see that, let's say I'm looking for a buy around here, And let's say, for example, if I draw a level of support, right? I draw a level of support right here, right? And let's say, for example, I want to, okay, let's say, for example, I want to sell from this zone. Let's just say we haven't seen this candlestick yet, right? If the market closes above that support line, what do you think is going to happen? What is the probability of what could happen? Well, my opinion, it doesn't always be this way, but it means that maybe a sell opportunity isn't the right time. It isn't the right time for a sell. Because why would the market close above the support zone? Sorry, the resistance level. Sorry, support's at the bottom. Why would I sell? Why, if the market was to close above the resistance, right? It means that the market is looking for is changing direction. And that, my friends, is called chalk or BOS. A chalk is short. Write this down, guys. Very, very important. This is really, this is high level stuff. This is called change of character. And BOS stands for break of structure. You will see this a lot when Synergy is calling out his trades on the Telegram. If you're not in that Telegram chat, speak to your mentor. They'll get you in, right? Break of structure. He'll talk about change of character. He'll talk about key levels. He'll talk about key loans. He'll talk about key levels. He'll talk about order blocks, institutional levels. He'll talk about liquidity sweeps. All these terms, some of you are brand new and don't worry about it. If you're someone that is trying to get to the professional level and you are at an intermediate level right now and you've had some experience in trading, now it's time to really understand the market from a very, very high level so you can really start to make serious money. Okay? Money is attracted to those who are professionals. Okay? It doesn't pay amateurs, it pays professionals. So I want you guys to really get your teeth stuck into this stuff and really get yourself acquainted with some of these terms, because I promise you, don't worry. You know, whatever you're feeling, it might be doubt, it might be, don't worry. I've been there where you've been, but I want to make you guys understand, as long as you're willing to become a professional in this and you're willing to really give your all to this, I promise you guys, you will see incredible success. It is going to happen. Trust me, I've seen it in our own story. I've seen it in several other people's stories. Okay? So that's pretty much, guys, the Sniper Pro scanner. Is everyone happy with that? Is that all good to go? Is that perfect? And then we have Trend Wave. We spoke about Trend Wave. Guys, put a clear in the chat. Put the word clear in the chat if you are all clear with what I've just shared. Are you now, if you have GFU, are you familiar? Are you now able to connect to the scanners and actually use them? Let me know in the chat, guys. Let me know in the chat box, guys. Is everyone clear? Is everyone clear, guys? Okay, most of you are clear. Yeah, if you're not clear about scanner, don't worry. I have a recording on my YouTube. If you go into my YouTube channel, I do have a video on the Sniper Wave strategy. All right. So that is pretty much that. Now we're going to go into Pro Trader, and I'm going to show you guys how to get into the education. We have, once you get into the portal, your mentor will show you how to get into the portal and how to get yourself funded and get your account funded, get your broker account funded. Everything will be given to you, right? But this is a really important thing to go into. I was talking to you guys about Synergy. Now, this course is amazing. Now, you know, it's very recommended to go through this. He really covers the real stuff in this academy right here. So it's very important to go through this, and guys, start taking these trades. Stop being fearful of taking trades. Take the trades. Be bullish with your trading strategy. We're making money. We're here to make money. We're not here to play small. But just treat it like a profession. Okay? Stop trying to just, treat it like a profession. That's what I'm saying. And you will see the result. You will see the testimony. You will see the energy that you feel when you treat it like that. And you go through the academy. But take trades. Make the money. We've got people making 10 grand, 20 grand a day. It's there, right? So just go in for it. Go for it. Take the opportunities. Follow the rules. Go on the live sessions, scanners, journal. It's all here for you, right? Of course, when you go into the Telegram chat, get yourself, acquainted with the system. Go through these 4 tabs here to get around the house rules, the quick start guide, company news, and how to really utilize. We have live trading sessions with Synergy that are taking place. And as you can see here, guys, look, 89% win rate, Pulse 88% win rate, Nova 87.5% win rate, right? So we're talking about a very, very high level. Look at this, guys. This is literally 89%, which is incredible. Okay. So you can see here, guys, you go into company news, you can see all the different updates. And there we go, guys. Money's being made. Okay. Any questions, guys, before we close up this call? Do you have any questions? Anything you want to ask me? Anything at all? Any questions whatsoever, guys? Are we good to go? I think everyone is clear. Yeah, the candlesticks. Don't worry, Ezekiel. You'll get that, sir. On the academies, we have videos on both platforms about the candlesticks. And you can directly message me if you have any questions about that, guys. But it seems like we're all clear to go. So I appreciate all of your time. We're back again. End of the week, we're going to have more calls. I will announce it, but I'm happy you guys got value. If you have any questions whatsoever about Pro Trader, or if you're confused about the difference between the two, G3 Pro Trader, how to get into the platform, just message me directly or message your sponsor, your upline, and they will guide you through the process. It's not that hard to do. Everything is pretty amazing right now. Things are really taking place, and we are rocking and rolling, guys. So have a great evening. God bless you all. And I'll see you guys at the beaches and most certainly at the banks. Take care and God bless.